So there's a bunch of BS that's floating around on the internet. And I got to speak up because my community is getting affected and I want to influence in the right direction. Now, a lot of people are getting bullied by leftist states, right? Leftist countries. And some say that, hey, run away, run away. Others say go to places that are going to treat you well. Well, it ain't happening. And stop playing the victim card. I think one of the worst things as a man that you could do is be a victim. I mean, are you a pussy? Right? How are you going to protect your family if you're going to run away? Plain and simple leftists have the power to kick you out of a country. It's time to stop this nonsense, and it's time to enter these leftist states and go grab the citizenship. Some of them have real powerful citizenships. And one of the best leftist citizenships to grab at this time, in my opinion, is the French passport. Now, French has all these broken tidbits tagged to different countries around the globe. These are strategic locations that you absolutely want to have access to. There are 5 ways of obtaining the French citizenship, and I'm not going to repeat all those ways. There's a very detailed video that I had created on the 5 ways of obtaining French citizenship. If you have missed that video, you can return and check this one out. But today in this video, I'm going to talk about an exotic option which a lot of people hate me for. A lot of people hate me for making videos on Panama. It's an exotic option. But today I'm going to focus on one state or one country in the Africas that's picking up steam. And I think it's partially because, and a lot of people have been calling me specifically for this state. I'm going to discuss what are the requirements, why it's heating up. I think a lot of people hate me for talking about this particular option is because people are jealous. People don't want to think out of the box. They have been brainwashed. And that's where I want to make sure those people who are watching this and who feel this is a bad option, this is not a bad option. I want to explain some reasons, and I'm also going to convince you on the ways. And don't sue me for influencing you in this direction, although we have some very powerful, muscular, solid attorneys in this state who can help you obtain the benefit pretty easily. And I'm going to talk about the country of South Africa. Now, the whole mentality of getting a passport to live inside the country is absolutely stupid. It doesn't work like that. The passport is needed to exit and go out of the country, not to live in the country. So I'm not talking about living in a country if you don't need to. Of course, in my opinion, it's one of the best places to enjoy, to live, to do so many things. And some of the countries that call this unsafe, some of their presidents are getting shot, right? So you got to think about this, right? Use some brains. And each country has beautiful pockets, safe pockets, unsafe pockets. Use your common sense and decide which pocket suits your taste, right? If you like doing bad stuff, pick a shady pocket. If you like doing good stuff, pick a good pocket, pick a safe pocket. You should be fine either which ways. Now, in South Africa, the beauty of this South African option is that, first of all, right, let's talk about the citizenship. Citizenship is that beautiful, beautiful, exotic green passport, right? It looks like the Mexican passport. You have the Mexican, you have the South African, you're talking good business, you're secured, you have some real exotic portfolio going, right? Not everyone has these options in their portfolio, so you're going to shine out, you're going to be unique. So they both are green passport, just like the Vanuatu passport is green, the South African passport is green, the Mexican passport is green. If you're someone who likes collecting a lot of green options, you like trees, you like greenery, you have all these 3 green passports. Now with South Africa, it's a flexible option. It has a flexible pathway to citizenship. Now first, let's discuss about what this is. Is this temporary? Is this permanent? So the best thing is that this is permanent. You can directly get the permanent residency without much hassle. You don't have to be rich, right? All you got to have is $6,800 of money, and you only pay this as a donation to South Africa once you get approved. So you want to wait, you're going to get approved, you do the donation, and then pick up your permanent residency. The permanent residency is a green booklet. It's not really a card. The booklet does not have an expiry date. That's the second major advantage with South Africa. No one can kick you out. You're going to be permanent and permanent for life. So right there and then you have solidity, you have security. Again, as I said, stop being a freaking victim, start being a man and start collecting some manly options. So you don't want to be a victim of crime. And you see what I'm saying, right? So once you get the permanent residency, this is a solid security. And the funny thing is, hear me out. The funny thing is, men are shit scared of South Africa, and most of the people calling me for South Africa are women. And that's the funny part. And shame on some of those men who talk about quitting leftist countries, run away, go to places that are going to come and treat you well or something. That's absolute ridiculous. So clowns teach you this over the internet. You got to use your brain, save some money, think for yourself. Don't just get influenced right, left, and center. Use some common sense, listen to the right advice, get influenced in the right direction if you can, and then obviously look at South Africa as a good option. Again, this is not immigration advice. Don't sue me for influencing you in the direction of South Africa. But a lot of people are looking at this very seriously. Once you get this residency in place, this does lead to citizenship. Of course, it leads to citizenship. South Africa allows dual citizenship. There's some reason why Elon Musk still holds on to the South African passport. It's a valuable citizenship. And every country has its high points, low points, and high points, right? So it was an elite top country. It was just like Australia, it was just like Canada, it was just like the US at one point in time. It's past its glory days, and today South Africa is at its rock bottom. Is it going to stay there? Is it going to go further down? No, it's already at its bottom. The only place that South Africa can go is back to its glory days. It can only go up. So I see great potential. And if the locals aren't making South Africa great again, it's time for you guys who are looking for plan B options to capture some beautiful options and make it great, right? Do something good instead of just being a victim. Now, once you get this South African option, all you're really looking for is the hard work in the final year, right? In the 5th year, you want to make sure you have solid connections to South Africa. You want to make sure you have the required residency, and then you can complete your citizenship. So this is a very good complement to have in your portfolio. You want to have at least 2 weak passports, okay? The passports should be easy, cheap, and they should be those utility knives. Now, what are some of the cheap options? There's Dominican Republic, there's Egypt, there's Jordan, there's Cambodia, there's South Africa. There are a lot of weak options. So you want to pick the right weak passports, at least 1 or 2 weak passports. That's exactly what you want. So while you have all the French and the Dutch and the Americans, on one side, you want to have all the Dominican Republicans, the South Africans, maybe even Cambodian citizenship. So that's how you build your portfolio. Now, if you are interested in obtaining the South African option, we have 2 women solid attorneys who can take you where you need to be. So if you are interested, click the link, book a call, we can discuss how this would help you and your family in future, and we can get you started immediately on the South African option. And I'm very excited to help you with this. And if you haven't subscribed, then make sure you are subscribed to this channel so you don't miss out on any important latest developments and breakthroughs. We just hit 100K subscribers. We are one of the largest channels now in the RCBI. Today, I got a notification for the Silver Award. So truly excited to get this from YouTube. All right, I hope you enjoyed this one. If you did, give me a thumbs up and catch you in the next one.